Okay, start lying down on your back and we'll just take a few minutes to come into the breath. Settle to the floor and come into your breath. Just notice right away that there's change in your orientation. What lets go, where you just feel immediately, you feel a sense of more space. And then the front body and where we're kind of holding unconscious tension or tension in the hips just from the seated position for most of the day, but just feel now some space in the abdomen. Take another just 3 or 4 breaths. And then let's bring your knees into, just knees into your chest and take another breath or 2 there. Feeling more of your lumbar spine in the floor, so length along the back of the lumbar spine. And then we'll take a few rounds of dynamic bridge pose. So we'll start with a breath in or out, your arms coming up over your head to the floor over your head as your hips and spine lift, push your feet, feel your back round up off the floor, and then bring everything back down. Two more. And then you're down. And then you're going to take your 2 little weights. And same movement, right? Same pose, same just extended arms coming up and over your head to the floor over your head with your weights. See if you can move with just as much time and precision in your movement with this little bit of added load. Let's go one more time. Good. And then let's just leave the spine and the hips down on the floor, but take just the same arm movement. 5 more times, just your arms. Just keep same breath. Nice and slow. So use your breath like a little bit of fuel. Once more. Good. Pause, take a breath. And then we're going to come back into bridge pose and hold like a 5 breath, hips up off the floor, bridge pose. But take your arms, right, elbows over your shoulders and your forearms even with the floor, parallel with the floor. And then lift, extend the elbows, flexing the backs of the upper arms. Ten altogether. Here's 8, 9, 10. And then spine to the floor, hips to the floor, arms down, pause here, take a breath. We'll get in 2 more like that. You're going to come up into bridge pose. Same position here, 90 degrees at the elbows, and extend, chin. Oops, bonus, little extra bonus one there. Come down, slowly come down, spine to the floor, take a breath. We'll do 1 more. So half your awareness in the bridge pose. So some feeling for the soles of your feet, the engagement of the back of your hips, of your glutes, keeping your pelvis up in the air. Stability so that you can have this movement, this little bit of movement. And then you're down again. And then set those just off to the side for a moment and bring your knees back into your hands, knees to chest. Bring your feet to the floor, come over onto your side. Slowly press from your side up onto all fours. Let's take the right foot back. So just the ball of your foot back, push back into your heel. Feel some extension, a stretch along the back of your calves, and then push a little forward onto the tips of your toes, front of your ankle, and extension. Go back and forth another 2 or 3 times. Bring the right knee forward, go back with your left foot, same thing here, just slowly extend those lower extremities. Good, and then come back onto all fours. Curl the toes under, take the hips back, lift your knees. Nice and slow to come up into downward facing dog. Full breath in and out. Just bend the knees to come down. So keep pushing the floor with your hands, shoulders back, knees to the floor. Inhale, all fours like a table. Exhale, hips back, curl the toes, lift your knees, slowly come up. Just bend the knees to come down. Three more like that. Last one. Two more breaths in downward facing dog. Bring the feet up about halfway, middle of your mat. Let your hands slide back toward your ankles. Fingers, hands back toward your feet. Return the fingers back so the backs of the wrists sit or open up, or just turn your hands around your wrist a few times. Inhale, roll all the way up to standing up. Bring your arms over your head, bring your palms together, reach, get a little taller, get a little longer, and then lift your chest, drop your arms back, take your gaze slightly upward, just a little. Exhale, wide arms, bend your knees, come all the way to the fold, and then do a little half forward fold. Press your palms into your shins as strongly as you can and take 3 more breaths. Good, and then drop the hands to the floor. Step the left foot back. See if you can get onto the outside edge of that left foot. And then turn your right foot out and just walk it out off of your mat, off that long edge of your mat. So you're in the variation of the side plank pose. 3-pointed base of support here. Push through that extended heel. Push down through your palm that's on the floor. Reach up, 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 up. One more breath. Good. Find your 2 feet again in the middle of your mat, like Uttanasana, forward fold. So let the hands walk back. Come to a half forward fold again. And then exhale, reach for the floor, go back with your right foot, right outside edge of right foot, and then just walk your left foot out, turn it out 90 degrees. Push all of that into the floor, right hand, left foot, outside edge of right foot. One more breath here. Good. Let the feet find hips distance apart again. Come back into a half forward fold. One more breath there, pushing strongly through your palms. Good. And then just lift the shoulders, come back up to stand. Roll the shoulders, open the chest. Here, heavy drop of your arms, feel the weight of your arms. Let's come to the wall. Have a handhold. Have a secure hand against the wall or a piece of furniture. So you can steady the balance on your left leg. If you're starting on your left leg, so you can reach down, grab either the big toe with your index and middle fingers, or grab the outside of the foot, and then just stand yourself back up again. See if you can keep the tall, don't sacrifice the tall, and then just start to push out through that lifted foot. And you can take it out to the side, bring it forward. Let's do that a few times, just as much extension as you can put through the knee. You may not go all the way extended through your knee without a strap. And then let's just hold it in the outward position. Use the wall if you want to use the wall. Good, so standing hand to big toe pose. Switch when you're ready to switch. Again, just outside of the foot or grab the big toe with your first two fingers. Out and forward. Wide to the side and back. Good, and then hold. One more breath. Bring yourself back in. Okay, and then let's take your weights again. Your weights are handy. Step back your right foot. We'll take a breath in and just let the arms go into full extension, arms over your head. Warrior one, exhale. Let it all go. Transition to warrior two in your legs. Wide arms, right? Straight out to the sides with the palms turned down, and then just lift. Ten, so 9 and 10. Then come down, step the feet back together, Heel toe the feet back together. Pause, see how you feel. Let's give your practice some time, some slow down time. Proceed slowly, and then step back left foot. We'll do that same, just forward into the pose, arms overhead. And then we'll go wide again to warrior two. And readjust your feet. Find your warrior two seat. Arms out, right? Just lift again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come out. Set the weights aside again. Come to a slightly wider than hips distance stance with your feet. Bring your arms into eagle pose, one elbow over the other, intertwine the forearms, bend your knees, and then fold. Take a breath in. On the exhale, let your arms unravel, come back up to stand. Your spine back up. Take the opposite twist of your arms. Lift, get some extension, and then fold. Good, last breath in. On the exhale, untwist, unravel, come all the way back up. Feet together. And then come onto your hands and knees. Back down to hands and knees. One weight. If you start with your right hand on the floor and you take your left hand with the weight, just kind of even with your shoulder, and you just push it straight out and back. Five more. Good, and then just switch to 10 with your right arm. Set that weight aside. Come back onto your right palm. And then just reach up and back with your left arm. Right at the shoulder. Just turn big, loose, easy arm circle at the shoulder. Let it swing a little bit, give it a little momentum, and then switch. And then find thread the needle pose, right? Sometimes called noose pose. You reach your right arm. Do a little twist, reach the right arm under you and over to the left. You can rest the left arm on the floor. You can rest the left arm around the back of your waist. Let's take 5 breaths. Take 5 long breaths. Back up onto all fours. Breathe through a round of cow pose and cat pose. And then bring your left arm down and through. Back up onto all fours, and then from there, keep your hips up over your knees and just slide your palms forward, slide your arms forward, drop your forehead to the floor, and then take your elbows down. Then come back up and take a seat with your legs forward. Yeah, let's put the right leg long and the left knee bent with the left foot on the floor, same side as your left hip. And then reach through until you get your shoulder up against the inside of your knee. It might give you some space to really rotate that arm in and then back and around you. Back of your hand, just wherever it lands. And then I like to try to just slide everything up a little bit more toward the top of the knee. So I can sit upright a little bit more and find a little twist. I'm gonna reach my back arm, my right arm back around the same way. Back of the waist. And the sitting up and the rotating away. It's giving a little stretch the front of your left shoulder. You have a strap, and your hands don't meet. You can always use the length of strap in between the two hands just to close that loop, or just wherever your hands land is where they press, just like cow face pose. We don't ever want to risk injury of the shoulders by really kind of yanking on the joints that way. If you're just barely able to meet and then you really just hold on tight and wrench and maybe overstrain those tissues in the shoulder, just let your arms go where they go in their natural range of motion. And where is the extent of that? What is the extent of internal rotation? Can you get your hand around the front of your arm, around the front of your shin? My shoulder's still kind of way over here on this inside part of my knee. And just reach around. Back of the hand, wherever it comes, slide up a little bit. Left arm around. And then you just try to sit and rotate back. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Let all of the arm go, let the arms go. Let's come back down onto your back. Let's take the right arm up over your head. And then lift your head. Bend your elbow, bend the arm. So the palm comes to the back of your neck, upper back, bring your left hand to the right elbow. Let the weight of your head fall into your arm. Push your feet. Let the head press back into the arm a little more snugly, and then drop your hips. Switch arms when you're ready to switch arms. Good. And then let go. Just bring your arms down alongside you or out away from your sides a bit. And then take right leg all the way over left leg. Drop both knees to the right. Take a breath there. And then come back up onto your left foot. Let's add the same arm cross. If you take arms back into eagle pose, right arm over left arm, let the hands rest, let the hands just fall to the head, knees drop to the right. Let the shoulders and the arms go wherever they follow. Come back onto left foot. And then 3 more times to the right. And we'll let the arms go. Uncross, recross. Just do 1 here, just dropping knees to the left. Left knee over right knee. Come back up onto your right foot. And then take the same cross of the arms. Let the arms just rest and fall where they fall. You drop knees to the left again. Good, good, good. So let that go. Just come back onto your back, uncross, extend both legs, rest. Rest in these last 3 or 4 minutes. Feel how you feel. Notice how you feel. Remember why you come to yoga, why you come to your own practice. Might just reflect on events of the last day or two, the last week or so, or just your day to day. Recalling the many benefits, myriad benefits of your practice. Just feel your breath rise and fall. Give it another couple of breaths here. Might give yourself one last just full body stretch here on the floor, feeling just that last little inch of space, length. You might draw knees to chest. And then just moving yourself from your back to your side, slowly, pressing away from the floor, returning to a seated position here, just taking a moment to close your practice, palms together in front of your heart. Until you return, until we're here together again in the Zoom room. Namaste.